everybody, welcome back to Jason's Top Garage. Hope you all having a good week. So before we get started in today's video, I'm going to like to really quickly say that I apologize to my regular viewers for not having part 3 come out yet on the leaf vacuum. That's because part 3 unfortunately isn't going to be coming, and I'm hoping y'all don't think I'm staring at the screen weird. I'm trying to look into the camera, but it's a pain. It's killing my eyes. It's kind of making me go crisscross. Anyway. So, yeah, that did not go anywhere. I'll explain that in, I don't know, I may not even explain it, but whatever. I end up selling it, make my money back on it technically. So, it's gone. But anyway, so today's video is a review of the Syntec battery maintainer from Harbor Freight. Now, I've already done a review video on this, which was not really the best review video. Thanks to some dislikes, I now realize that wasn't the best video, which I'm not blaming y'all. You know, no big deal. If I get a dislike, it tells me, okay, I could have improved that a little bit. So I'm going to make an improvement today and talk some more about it, now, especially now that I've had it for a long period of time. And yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over to the welding table real quick and remove this other thing, which is just a siphon pump to pump all the gas out of my truck because, well, it's getting ready to get fired up hopefully here in the next few weeks. And that gas that's in there is shot, to say the least. So, alright, let's go ahead and get into today's review. Alrighty everyone, so some of you may be familiar with this if you've seen this video before on my channel. This is a different video. Of the Syntec automatic battery float charger. For lack of better words, it's a maintainer. You plug this up to your battery whenever you put your vehicle up at night. It could be, I guess, like an RV, pickup truck, ATV, anything that has a battery on it, but for me, it's lawnmowers and garden tractors. So, to start with, this tractor, well actually this one's a lawnmower, but this one is pretty much, the battery is generally dead every day. And that's due to the fact that when I'm doing a lot in my shop, I fire it up, move it out, shut it off. When I come in at night, fire it up, move it in, shut it off. That's all I do. I don't run it around to charge up the battery. So that's bad. But thanks to Syntec, I can plug this thing up into the battery, well, onto the battery, whatever you want to call it, with these alligator clamps, which makes it really quick and easy to attach and disconnect it from the battery. Plug it up to your battery, then take this and plug it into your wall, and it maintains the battery until you unplug it. So if you leave this thing plugged in for, let's say, a couple weeks, I'm not sure how it would work over the next, you know, like, let's say you leave it plugged in for a couple months, maybe even a year. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it works fine. It's just I've never done anything like that because I usually fire my equipment up every once in a while just to keep it warmed up and keep it going. So this is actually on this mower. I keep it on. Now, actually, I haven't had to hook it up here lately. I need to. It's just I've been parking the mower over here, and the outlet is over there. So I need to put the mower back over here so I can charge it. Anyway, so how long have I had these? Well, I have had the Syntec charger. I got 2 of them. I used a different one for my Statesman, which is actually not here. I took it out of the shop. And I used this one here, which I'm trying to figure out. Battery Tender Plus, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, that's just one that someone had actually given me. But the ones I paid for were these ones from Harbor Freight. I got this one and one other one. And the other one is actually hooked up right now to my Sears GT18 garden tractor, which some of you might have seen in the last review video if you watched that one. So in that video, I just kind of talked about it, and again, I'm going to do pretty much the same thing, except this time, I'm going to, let me see, best way to put this, go into an actual review of this, better so than last time. So, now that I've used this on my equipment for generally, I'm going to say about 2 months, if not more, and let's start out with what star rating would I give it. So if I was giving it a star rating as far as how it works, I would say 5. It works splendidly. I love it. I'm sure you can get a lot more high dollar ones, a lot more expensive ones, a lot better ones, blah blah blah. But for me, this works, and so far it has worked perfectly. You know, it has not damaged any of my equipment. It has not burned up any of my equipment. It has not charged the battery overly. That's the word I'm using. It's overcharged. I think that's the correct word. It's always worked perfect for me. So as far as what star rating I'm going to give it, I'd give it a 5 as far as how good it works. Now, let's give it a star rating on quality. As far as quality goes, this wiring I think, I mean, it works. Let's put it that way. I kind of think it would be nicer if it was a little bit thicker, maybe. Like, all this should be this thick material. I'm sure the wire is thick enough. I'm not saying it's not. Like I said, this is not like you're trying to charge a big 120 volt system. Not that you would. But, you're just plugging up the little 12 volt batteries. And generally, I think this wire size is pretty much on everything. Now, this one over here has a little bit bigger wires on it. You can see these have a little bit bigger wires. So that's why I say the other one, as far as wiring goes, I think could be a little bit bigger. But you gotta remember, this one costs a lot more. I got that one for free, but if you were to buy it, it would cost a lot more. So as far as build quality, star rating, I'm not really good at the star rating stuff, to be honest. So I'm trying to do my best here to be fair and everything. But I would say as far as quality built goes and how well it'll hold together, because you got this little box here, which is, thin plastic. But so far, I got one of these actually out in an overhang, so it's out in the weather, kind of. I would say we'll do a 4. Generally because I would like to see maybe a little bit, if not heavier grade wire, maybe along this a little bit thicker of insulation covering the wire. Generally maybe this kind of material, because you can see here these wires are real small, but it's got some this here, the insulator is a lot thicker than the insulator on these wires. I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm just saying personally I think it'd be nice, just because it's kind of easy to get nicks in this once in a while, like if you're dragging across the floor or something, which you shouldn't be, but if you are, I think it'd be kind of easy to get little nicks in this, which, you can probably fix this with some electrical tape. And these things, like I said, these are generally very affordable. $12 each one, but that's for another rating, so let's go to that. Alright, now, we'll go to my rating on the price. So, price-wise, you see what you get. You get this little plug, which is actually a very nice little plug in my opinion. You get these two nice, durable alligator clamps, which have a lot of spring power in them. So, these aren't just going to slip off your battery. This little box here, pretty well. And you see how much wire you have. And this is stretchy, which I do like that. That is actually something I would like to see on that one. That one does not have the stretchy cable. So I do like that touch. Star rating of the price. First, I guess we should say how much it is. The price of this, this general one. This is just the maintainer. You can get a more expensive one for about $22. It has the maintainer, and you can unplug that and plug in something else to actually charge the battery. Because the battery that this hooks into has to be pretty much fully charged. You don't want to hook it up to a dead battery. As long as the battery, I believe, is about half to 3/4, you're good. But if you got a totally dead battery, it's not going to work. So, rating on the price for this one, it is generally $11. You can use a 20% off coupon. Generally, I can get it for about $9, and then they did do a special deal, which it's not happening right now, but it does off and on, where it's about $6, plus once in a while they send you a coupon where you can get this thing for $6 as well. So as far as the price, I'm gonna say it's a 5. Actually, I would like to say, I know they don't even have this, but I'd like to say a 6 even, maybe even higher. Just because the price I personally think is spectacular, especially when you can use 20% off on this, and the fact that they send you the coupon, you can get this thing for $6. Because let's look at it. To buy a battery, well, for me, like I said, I don't hook it up to trucks. I hook it up to lawnmowers and garden tractors. Those batteries are generally $60 if you don't have one to return, which I generally do. So you return the battery, you get it for $50 generally. With tax, you got a little bit more. But you're gonna spend about anywhere from $6 to, if you don't use any coupons, $12 to save a $50 battery, probably 2 to 3 times its lifespan, if not longer. The battery on my Sears actually is always dead. I don't use the Sears a lot, so it sets a bit. But with this thing hooked up to it, it does wonderful. I go out there full battery every time. So I'm gonna say, price-wise, definitely a 5-star, no problem. So now that we've went over my ratings, like I said, I gave it a 5 on how well it works. I give it a 4 on the quality, due to the fact that I think the insulation on this wire could be a little bit thicker. And I give it a 5 on its price because, I don't think you can get a maintainer cheaper than this. I might be wrong. You might can get something cheaper on Amazon or some other website with some non-name brand things, which I mean, I don't think this is an actual big name brand. I mean, it's just Syntec, which I mean, I think that's kind of a name brand, let's put it that way. But as far as that goes, personally, I like it. And it does have this little red light to let you know if you hooked it up wrong, which is nice. So yeah, overall, if I was to give this thing just a star rating on their website, I would go ahead and say give it a 5. Generally because, like I said, it works good. The only real issue I have is I think the installation on the wiring could be made just a little bit thicker. But evidently this has worked, and it's fine. Like I said, as long as you don't like hook it on things and throw it around and everything, you shouldn't have to worry about nicking the wires. I mean, like I said, you're not going to nick it real easy either. I mean, it's going to take a little bit. And like I said, the nice thing about this is I do like how this is stretchy, because I have put this on one of my put this particular charger on a different tractor, and this stretchy part here actually did help. So that is my actual full review, which I think this one's a lot better than the last one. Of this Syntec float charger. So again, I'm going to put the link to it down in the description below. And you can click on that link and it'll take you to this specific float charger at your local Harbor Freight. Well, actually not your local one, but at Harbor Freight website. And then you can choose your local Harbor Freight from there. But yes, personally, if you have the option, if you're near Harbor Freight, you have a Harbor Freight near you, you have batteries that work, but you gotta hook up the charger to them every time you want to use them, I'm gonna say get this. It's good. I really like it, and I think everyone else that gets this particular charger will like it too. Because like I said, my Sears, I don't use it generally. Best way to put it, I use it a couple times out of the month. Except at wintertime, I usually get a little bit more use out of it for snow plowing, and then early spring and then late fall for plowing the garden. Other than that, it doesn't get a lot of use, and eventually I would like to get more use out of it, but generally speaking, it sets a bit, and I got tired of having to do the battery all the time, where I'd have to hook it up to the charger, and that got to be a pain, and sometimes it wouldn't really want to charge right, just because the way the battery is. But now with this Syntec float charger, every time I went up to that tractor, the battery is, I mean, maybe it's not 100%, but it cranks it up fine. It doesn't have any weakness in it, in my opinion. It seems fine, seems great. Same thing with the little Farmall here. Used to have a dead battery pretty much, let's put it this way, I'd have a dead battery at least 2 or 3 times out of the week. And now, whenever this is hooked up, 0. So, I'm going to say it's a win. I do plan on getting a lot more of these, and I'm thinking about putting these even on vehicles that I know have good batteries, such as the Cup a Day. Now, the real test for this is going to be this winter. I'm going to hook this up to some of the tractors I keep outside, and especially when it starts getting really cold, because generally I like to keep the Sears in here when it gets cold, just so I had the plow and everything in here ready to go. But like when it gets really cold in the fall and there's no snow yet, I generally leave it outside. So we'll see how good it does then, and I'll probably do a video when that comes up to let you know how good it charges the battery in the cold. Generally, you're going to want to charge up your batteries inside, but for me, some of my stuff's outside. So yes, that is my review of this. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching Jason's Top Garage. Really appreciate it. Please leave me a like. Like I said, again, I will leave a link to this particular one in the description below. I think right now they're having a sale on these. If not, you can, like I said, as far as I know, because I know I did it, you can use 20% off coupon, and while you're Harbor Freight, you can get you one of these free lights, which, by the way, are really great. And also, if you didn't know, Harbor Freight has an app. If you go on your smartphone and go on Google Play, type in Harbor Freight, and you can download the app, and they'll send you coupons. I think it's every month. Sometimes they don't have a lot, and sometimes they'll have a lot. It just depends how the month is, whether it's not a busy month or not. But majority of the time, you get some really good coupons. Especially if you go there a lot, it can really help out. So if you didn't know about that yet, check out the Harbor Freight app. They send you coupons and everything. And the other nice thing about the app is you can hit add to cart when you're looking at a coupon, and then you go over to your cart and all your coupons right there, so when you get up to the cash register, you don't have to scroll through everything. I figured that out the hard way, because I would be the one standing there scrolling until I found out you hit add to cart, it goes to your cart, so you can hit your cart, and unless you have 100 coupons in there, it's usually really quick. So yeah, thanks for watching, please subscribe and like, and I'll see you next time on Jay's Hilltop Garage.